Step number 4, now you have to use your evidence. Remember to paraphrase your evidence. That means putting it in your own words. So remember, do not just write exactly what it says in your research. Try putting it into your own words. You have to use evidence to support your claim. Otherwise, people may not believe your claim, or they might think you're making it up. You have to be able to analyze your evidence and explain the evidence. So once again, you have to make sure that your evidence that you're finding, whether you are referencing a particular site or a particular newspaper or a particular university, you have to make sure that their information is accurate and that you can understand it. Because if you can't understand your own evidence, your audience isn't going to either, and your argument's going to fall apart. If you are using quotes, remember to use that quote and then unpack it. Okay? That means explain what that person is saying. But make sure that that quote relates to the argument. You do not want to use a quote that has nothing to do with your argument. So that makes no sense. And be sure to introduce the source where you got your evidence from and explain the connection, which means how it relates to the argument that you are trying to make. If you were trying to cite the New York Times in relation to their article on why schools should reopen, then you would say the New York Times says that schools should be open and that the science is safe. If you are quoting perhaps a teacher that feels unsafe about going back in school, then you would say Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so says, it's a direct quote, that they feel like a few safety protocols need to be put in place before they can re-enter. Both are credible sources and both support the two opposing arguments that they're trying to make. Now move on to the next step, because I think you are ready to start your draft.